Hello gamers, what's going on? This guide covers the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts, along with its stats, the best loadout choices to go with it, and pro TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. Discussion topics: TEC-9 Warzone Stats, how to unlock Warzone loadouts, Warzone loadout for high damage, loadout for range, perks for the TEC-9 in Warzone, the best secondary weapons, pro TEC-9 Warzone loadouts, Swagg TEC-9 Warzone Loadout, GayGod's TEC-9 Warzone Loadout. Season 5 of Call of Duty Warzone has brought a lot of new and interesting content into the game. This includes map changes and other things that are fresh this time, but the main attraction always feels like the new weapons. Out of those added in Season 5, the TEC-9 is one of the most impressive so far. This is kind of a wild card in the current update. It isn't the easiest weapon to use, and while it hasn't exactly blown the meta apart, it really does stand on its own. The TEC-9 is one of the more interesting weapons in the game at the moment, and it is a gun that a lot of players are getting a great performance out of. The best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts can push the weapon even further though. The TEC-9 presents a few opportunities for players in Warzone. It is an SMG, and some of the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts can rival the best SMG Warzone loadouts in the game. The gun has a great rate of fire which can make it into a powerful SMG. However, with other attachments, you can make this into a more automatic gun that functions in a completely different way. TEC-9 Warzone Stats. This is one of the more interesting SMGs in Warzone, especially when you consider the attachments you can add. However, to make the most out of the attachments in the game, then you need to look at the weapon's base stats too. The base characteristics of the TEC-9 decide what the base is that you're building on. This is how the TEC-9 handles. Damage: 79, 53, 49. Shots to kill: 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 6. RPM: 424. Mag: 20. Reload: 1.64 seconds. ADS: 217 milliseconds. Move percent: 100%. The weapon has a fast rate of fire which is one of the best qualities. The damage rate can work well here too. In general, it has good stats which you can enhance quite a bit with the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. How to unlock the TEC-9 in Warzone. The TEC-9 is a brand new weapon in Warzone. This game already has quite a lot of guns, with content from 2 different games squeezed in. That's before a third is added. The TEC-9 isn't available from the get-go, it takes a little bit of work to get access to it. It unlocks at level 30 of the Warzone Season 5 Battle Pass. To get access to all of the attachments for this gun, you'll have to do a bit more though. You have to level up the weapon itself to unlock each attachment. This means you can't just use the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts right out of the gate, you'll need to spend some time with it first. The best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. These are the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. There are quite a few different options for your weapon here. Which is exactly right for you is going to depend on what you're looking for out of the gun. However, the weapon can work well with a more general build. This is a loadout for the TEC-9 that tries to build on what is already there for the weapon. It makes it more effective and changes things around to build on its strengths. This is what you can use for this one: muzzle, full auto repeater, barrel 4.9 task force, laser, tiger team spotlight, stock, raider stock, ammo, Stanag 48 RND. This build uses the full auto repeater to turn the weapon into a fully automatic one. This has a few benefits, but it normalizes the gameplay of the gun to be more in line with other SMGs. The barrel attachments increase your damage range, your bullet velocity and strafe speed. The downside is recoil control, but that's helped out elsewhere. The laser is going to add speed, and the stock will generally help out the usability of this build. As a balanced SMG gun, this one of the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts just build on how it works generally. TEC-9 Warzone Loadout for high damage. The TEC-9 is a great SMG with a decent amount of damage output. However, that can be boosted. This one of the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts is set up to output quite a bit more damage. This will maximize that. However, you are getting a bit of a compromise here. This is what you can use: optic, macroflex LED, muzzle, burst auto repeater, barrel, 8.1-inch task force, underbarrel, foregrip, stock, razor stock. TEC-9 loadout for range. When you're building the best Warzone loadouts, making them really unbalanced isn't always the best idea. However, when paired with a stronger secondary weapon, it can sometimes make sense to really change up how a weapon works. That's what you can do with the best TEC-9 Warzone loadout for range. This pushes the range on the weapon further, it makes it more effective at a longer distance. This is what you can use: muzzle, full auto repeater, barrel, task force, optic, millstop reflex, underbarrel, field agent grip, Ammo, Salvo 48 R&D Fast Mag. Perks for the TEC-9 in Warzone. The attachments and build for your weapon are the biggest part of your loadout. However, everything else that you use matters too. This includes your perks. If you want to use the TEC-9 as your primary weapon, then it makes sense to tailor your perks to match it. For the most part, these perks are quite similar to those that you can use for most SMG Warzone loadouts. However, some of them are different to match the unique qualities of this gun. This is what you can use for this weapon. Quick Fix. Overkill. Amped. Quick Fix is a good perk for adding speed and usability for your weapon's general play style. It can help you to recover and move quicker without slowing your weapon down. EOD is the main alternative here that you can use instead of this though. Overkill lets you use a different weapon alongside the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. This is necessary for a weapon that is lopsided like an SMG. The last pick is for Amped. Much like the others, this largely just helps you out with an SMG-style faux gameplay. The choice of perks can vary depending on how your personal play style is though. Secondary weapons for the TEC-9 in Warzone. SMGs can be great in Warzone, dealing fantastic damage at a close range. It has unique attributes which make it great to work as a main weapon in the game. It doesn't work everywhere though. There are some situations where it isn't going to help. You're going to need to have a secondary weapon for these situations. These are the top picks for the TEC-9's secondary weapons. Assault rifles. Ours are probably the easiest solution to the secondary for this. Ours work great at longer and closer ranges. You're going to have a weapon that works everywhere that the TEC-9 doesn't. The best Warzone assault rifle loadouts work great here. LMGs. LMGs are quite a bit more specialist, but they work good as a pair to the TEC-9. LMGs can destroy players at a more medium range. Their cons are pretty easily matched with the pros. These Warzone LMG loadouts work well with it. Snipers. Sniper rifles are a riskier choice to pair with an SMG. They can be unforgiving, and if you make a mistake you can pay for it quite heavily. However, if you're a skilled sniper and use the best sniper Warzone loadouts, then they can work well together. Pro TEC-9 Warzone Loadouts. It is a relatively new weapon in Warzone. However, it is already in use by quite a few pro players. Looking at the loadouts used by pro Warzone players is a great way to see what the top level players use in Warzone. Pro loadouts aren't going to work for every player. They're naturally geared to what's in use by the most skilled in the game. However, if you have a similar play style, then pro loadouts are some of the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. Swagg TEC-9 Warzone Loadout. Swagg is one of the best known and most popular Warzone streamers. He uses a great variety of weapons. However, like most he's played around with the TEC-9 since it launched in Warzone Season 5. This is what he uses for the gun, muzzle, full auto repeater, barrel, 4.8 task force, rear grip, serpent wrap, ammo, STANAG 40 R&D. GayGod's TEC-9 Warzone Loadout. GayGod isn't the most well-known Warzone streamer, but his loadouts are. His loadouts have been used by plenty of pros. He tends to cut down into heavy details on the stats of the weapons. So, his loadouts are normally pretty high up in terms of research put in. This is what he uses for the TEC-9 in Warzone. Muzzle, full auto repeater, barrel, 4.9 task force, laser, Tiger Chain spotlight, ammo, STANAG 40 R&D, stock, razor stock. That's everything you need to know to build the best TEC-9 Warzone loadouts. Thanks for watching this video. Visit our channel for more videos. Please subscribe and press the bell icon.